What it do, everybody? It's your boy, King Crowder, and my dog
Where McCall at?
with another edition of Live on
Live
Sunday.
on Sundays. Hey,
Man,
world, where am I at? Where McCall at? I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana, baby.
ooh, how long you been out there, Mike? Talk to him.
I just got out here today, dog. Today.
Mm, how you been
So
liking
if
it,
you
man?
it's cool, bro. Like people, I will say that people are real nice. So if you are in the Shreveport area, I would love your take on where to go get some food at, where to go eat at, where to go get the crawfish at, where to go, have a good libation. Let me know. Hit me up in the DM.
So Mike said he need food recommendation, going out recommendations, and other places to go to. I just thought about something, Mike. You could probably put up on G Unit Studio. You right there in the heart of what
Oh
50 had
shit.
everything at.
Yeah, it
You
is
could
in
probably,
Shreveport. I might pull up.
yeah, you might have to pull up and see where all that stuff is while you out there. How long you out there, Mike? Let the people know so they can find you.
Oh man, I'm out here for a month and some change, yo. So just let me know.
Ooh. So Mike is officially Midwest
Hey,
now, down
you
south.
You guys will, and I repeat, we might have to do it on a Saturday or something just because my work schedule. But you will see me and Terrell in the same frame before I leave Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm putting it out there. We doing it. Either he coming to me or I'm coming to him or both. It's only a 4-hour drive, so you will see us in the same frame talking our shit.
Shout out to my dog Mike making it happen in real time, man. Today's lesson, Mike. You said a lot of great things, man. My dog Mike in a new studio, new section, new job, new opportunity. Your boy King Carter just returned home, man, from a long flight. Had a flight all the way from North Carolina. Went up there to see some family. Got back, y'all was on that tarmac for an extra hour. When I tell you what, rain, thunderstorm, they do not play when it comes to them airplanes, Mike. So your boy
Mm,
coming back here, trying to get life back in order. You know how it always be after you travel, Mike. So definitely bear
mhm.
with us today. But today's lesson, Mike, if a man does not learn how to lose, he will hinder himself. Today's
Bro,
lesson
we've
is
been on this.
inspired. Go ahead, G.
We've been on this lesson for a while, and I don't think people listening to us and learning from it.
Well, I think, Mike, we're the only one that's talking about it. Everybody else
Mm.
is speaking about this, that, man. But what you are seeing in real time is a megastar not being able to lose. Mike, we got Drake now speaking out about UK artists being better lyricists, musicians than American based artists. You don't believe me, y'all? I'm gonna let you see it before Mike take off on it. Fair use.
No shit tatted on me. This is my brother right here, a real fucking legend. When I talk about my love for London rappers, the best lyricists in the world, mark my words. Oh shit. I don't care what nobody says. Nobody can out rap London. Nobody. No disrespect to America, no disrespect to my country, but nobody can out rap London rappers. This is the best, highest level. This is what I aspire to be. And this guy right here,
It's
guy
buffering,
right
Mike.
here was the first person to open my mind to that shit. Go ahead. I've never been in marquee when they shot down there. Smoke that deep. Yeah! NBA 2K!
Mike,
Well, I'm not
as a
surprised.
musician, artist, music person, what do you think about your boy Drake pandering and telling lies?
Well, I think you have to run to your allies. Canadians ain't nothing but people from the UK. Just they distant cousins. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't surprise me because in Drake's eyes, theoretically speaking, America turned their back on him. So you're gonna, of course, say that UK lyricists are better. UK lyricists are top tier. When really and truly, what about the Lord Jamals? What about the Commons? What about the Andre 3000s? What about Big Boy? What about Killer Mike? The list goes on and on What about Eric B, Rakim? What about Wu Tang? Cool. So we're not gonna name any of those people. But when your pride is hurt and you keep taking L's, you're gonna run to your cousins from the British town. And like I said, Canada and Britain, they're cousins, bro. They derive from the same place. The royal monarchy was there as well and over them. And if you really think about it, Canada's just the offset of London. So you run to your cousins. It's cool. You took a L. You feel like America has taken you turned its back on you, which we have. And I think, like you said, you still haven't took your L, bro. Like you just haven't sat in it, sit deep in it, and do what you know best. But a hurt dog will holler. A hit dog will holler, right? And he hollering right now. Is instead of like I said, instead of just sitting back and being an artist, coming back hard, not focusing on that bullshit that happened to you, you keep digging the knife deeper into your fan base. The majority of your fan base is American. So I don't know how they feel about it, but what lyricists came from? Name one artist from the UK in the rap genre that you can quote a song from.
Mm. For me, Mike, is even more deeper than that. How can the sequel be better than the original? The UK wouldn't have rap if it
Because
wasn't for us. Name me
100%,
the
we the
name me
prototype.
what influence, Mike, UK rap has had anywhere. We're not dressing like y'all, speaking like y'all. Y'all are copying Chicago. Let's keep it funky. What's good, Dub? So 21 Savage is copying his own
You,
phone.
but you can't really
He
say
mimicked
21
it.
Savage because he claims Atlanta.
I'm just
Yes,
saying,
he's
I want
from
y'all
the
to think about
UK.
what lyricists have they influenced? What album do they have on a Nas level? Name it. How can the sequel be better than the original?
And
Just
you
think
and you
about that.
right, so he is from the UK, but he is Atlanta.
Y'all, 21 Savage ain't the best out of Atlanta. He good, he's solid. But is he really that influential? For you to make a comparison like that, Drake, this is what it tells me. Yo, I'm grasping for straws. You dips in brawn. Man, you doing all this for what, bro? You lost your friendly squabble. We ain't mad that you got beat up. You more mad that you got beat up than we are. We want you to take your L as a man and get back in the studio, like Mike said, and reconvene. It's making you look crazy, Mike. You want to squabble up again, the nigga done beat your butt. He ain't saying nothing. He done moved on. He done moved on, fam. You on the phone calling the police, pressing charges. I'm gonna call that nigga. What you doing, fam? Again, Mike, it hits me more when Kendrick said you not like us. You are doing what other
Mm.
ethnicities do, Mike. They can't take that. Mike, we ain't never sued nobody for being in something. Ain't even think about it.
Nah,
It's
man.
not in our culture. We're gonna squabble it up, Mike. We're gonna leave it alone.
The thing that surprises me the most is how far he's willing to drag the L.
Mike, I really think it shows
Nope,
more what
nope.
Kendrick is saying, Mike. You're not from the culture. If you was from the culture, Mike, you would have known getting beat up is normal, Mike. Getting in a fight, not winning a fight is normal, Mike. Nobody black would take that against you if you lost your battle. Nobody. Jay-Z lost to Nas. Did we say anything to hurt his legacy, Mike? He fought back. That was it. Nobody even cared.
Right. Fort back lost, came back on. But
Mike,
I'm just like, why you still holding on to it, bro? Like, the more you hold on to that hurt, the more you hold on. He needs to go to therapy. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because
I'm listening.
a therapist will tell him to let go of the hurt and reinvent himself.
You right, Mike.
That's what I thought I was gonna see. That's what I thought I was gonna see. And it's okay to not forget. But to keep holding on to it, now you writing songs about all the celebrities that turned their back on you. Now you in the UK talking shit. Like, bro, This how I know that you were a gimmick artist and you
Ooh,
don't have no real artistry behind you, because any artist that is not a gimmick artist would have used this as fire, had the #1 album out, had billboards popping, had the Grammys popping, had everything popping after that. This would be fuel to the fire, not you sunk my battleship.
that's why I think as a man, we really got to start emphasize taking that loss, Mike. I know there's a lot of cats can't take loss, Mike, rejection. If Shorty don't want you, she don't want you, dog. Why you crashing out, Mike? I'm gonna go to jail because Shorty don't want me, Mike. Nah. Learn how to. Drake is a microcosm for men that don't know how to take a L, Mike. He is a microcosm of how you look, Mike, if you keep sneak this. That's why we keep attacking that. Me and Mike keep attacking that because y'all, you gonna look crazy if you keep sneak this and then want to fight. It happened. Leave it alone, dog. Your final thoughts on it, Mike.
Uh, Drake, you need some new friends, because if ain't nobody tell you, hey, bro, let that go. Somebody in your camp need to say, hey, let it go, do something different. Shit, hell, you an actor, bro. Go to, if music is done, go to acting. That's where you started first. Do the Grassy 2.0 or something. Everybody love Wheelchair Jimmy.
Big facts. Mike, on the next note, did you see how Travis Scott responded back? Mike, I couldn't find the song, but let me see the lyrics. Travis Scott tells Pusha T, man, I swear these old ninjas kill me. Made 100 off pushing T's. Now my phone is on Do Not Disturb. Mike, weak bar, hard bar. Oh, man.
Definitely weak bar. Weak bar. It's a weak bar because how hard Kendrick came on that. Weak bar. Not Kendrick, I'm sorry. How hard Pusha came on the disc. Weak bar.
Weak bar. I agree. Travis need to leave that battle alone. Travis, we ain't trying to be funny, dog. Leave it alone. Leave that man from Virginia Beach alone, please, Travis. Leave him alone.
Pusha gonna take off his belt, and you don't want that.
I'm just saying, Travis, we ain't mad at you, bro, but leave that man alone, please. Back by request, Mike wanted to hear the famous diss by Pusha and how we respond. Hot take by Mike. Hot take by boy Mike. Fair use.
Run from the spirit of repossession. Too much enamel covers your necklace. How buy bitches, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. Misery's fueling your aggression. Jealousy's turned into obsession. Reality TV is mud wrestling. Some sign checks I know better than. Beware of my name that there's delicate. You know I know where you're delicate. Crush you to pieces, I hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it. It seems to be valor amongst veterans. I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We all in a room, but here's the elephant. You chasing a feature out of your element. And those lab diamonds under inspection. Those question marks block your blessings. There's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message. Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips.
Push. Take off, Mike. Take off.
First of all, you need to see. This is what I gathered from that. That man's intentions was severe. He did not blink, not one time. Somebody not blinking while they rapping all of that is intentional. He giving you a message. He's looking you directly in your eyes and letting you know exactly what he feel about you and how he feel about you. And Jim Jones, you better leave that man alone. We saw what he did to Drake. He took the belt off and spanked Drake, and Drake ain't never been right since. Jim Jones, you out of your league. Leave that man alone. It was beautiful, a beautiful dissection of a wannabe hip hop nigga that's more than doing saying he more than what he is. Like, come on, man. We talked about it last week. Like New York, you tripping. You ain't putting Jim Jones in his pocket. Jim can't never touch push. Period. And that's because I'm a Virginia boy.
I think the biggest thing that Pusha T exposed, Mike, is true artistry always rises to the top. We all know Jim was doing it for clout, right? Clout has an expiration date. At the end of the day, pen got to go to pad, lyricism got to be said. And what he said that was true, Mike, was that what's up with the older cats and being vindictive and talking crazy about other people's legacy? Ain't nobody from New York say Jim was crazy for talking about Lion's legacy. That's what I mean, Mike, about the North, New Yorkers particularly. Y'all be talking like y'all go so hard and say so greasy. Y'all really be pandering a lot. They do. New York don't keep it 100, Mike. They don't have a real conversation, and they don't. When they see something wrong, they're gonna talk around the issue, not direct. I really think a lot of them dudes be afraid to have a squabble up, Mike. Just my opinion. Ain't no way you could be around somebody and say Push ain't that good, but I'm good as Pusha, Mike. Nobody can say that in the South. You couldn't. Not with a straight face and hearing somebody, not somebody checking you. Man to man, nose to nose.
Bro, it's not a lot of real. I said this before and I'll say it again. It's not a lot of real niggas out here no more. Cause a real nigga would have been like, "Hey Jim, hey Jim, you getting beside yourself, Jim." You wasn't like I just don't understand his audacity. Like you really haven't had that many singles. I can't. The only single I can name is "Ballin'," and after that I can't name anything. And you was just a side guy on Dipset. I can't remember you really making a big impact with Dipset. I can't remember you making a big impact. Period. So why do you have the audacity to go after legends, Nas, I.e. Pusha? And Pusha might not be a mainstream artist, but Pusha is one half of the Clips, and the Clips is legendary.
Mike, every day you saying is straight fire. You know what else, Mike? I notice is really open. I see a lot more times in modern time with music. People don't think disrespect had real consequences, Mike.
100%, bro. You deserve like, and if you a man and you standing, yeah, we talking these lyrics, but these lyrics got real actions behind them too.
Always do, Mike. And I don't think a lot of people are really ready for a squabble up, Mike. Because if you really ready, sorry about that, you really ready for a real squabble up, Mike, you got to know it come with something. That means I got to put my hands on you, Mike. You got to put your hands on me. We're going to have to say something, and it ain't going to be as easy as we think it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really think people are so used to not having real life consequences, Mike. They don't understand the severity of it. You know what I'm saying? Mike, on our next subject for the day, sorry about that, brother. What is up with our boy? Let me start with this one, Mike. Mike, everybody is speaking about how can you be pro-black, Mike, and anti-African. Mike, I want you to take off on the subject. Are we on the unity has to be key, or are we on empowerment for black people? Where do you stand? I know Mike has some strong feelings since you are in the boot about how Essence went about it. What do you think about that subject going on right now? Is Mike over
I'm
pro-black?
I'm on the pro black, and I'm not on the unity right now. We could be on unity
Mm.
later. We've tried the unity thing multiple times before, and it just has not worked out. So I'm on what suits my people for my people, and when I say my people, I mean Afro American. And you can't even be Afro American more so indigo. We take it back to Christopher Columbus days and the days of our the original Aborigines of America. That's who I'm for. So it won't get confused, it won't get twisted. I am for anything and everything of the native sons of America. And not the native sons of America that look like the people that's in the books, the native sons of America that look like me and Terrell. That is what I'm on.
I completely
I
agree,
don't have
Mike.
I don't
I
have
got
any
unity
ties.
fatigue, Mike. You know that. Keep going, fam. I'm sorry.
I don't have any ties to Africa. My family was never from there. We never did 23andMe or Ancestry.com because that's all bullshit and baloney. They don't know where they got you from. Half of us was already here. Over 4 million of us was already here. But they don't. When you do those things, they be like, "Oh, it's from the Congo or the South Saharian." They really don't know. They don't know where they stole you from. And if they did, and if you do have African ties, good for you. But I have Native American ties. We have researched it, and my family was here in America the whole time. But I just don't think it should be a unity thing because one, they already have made it clear that they don't fuck with us. So why are we trying to fuck with them? Two, it's always I'm not black, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm Nigerian. I'm from the Congo, I'm from the Senegalese. Cool, that's cool. Be proud of where you from. I'm from America. I'm, be proud of where you from. I just think we really need to focus on ourselves. Because if we're not going to do it, nobody will. And then we can do the unity thing later. Once they apologize for always saying they're not black. Until then, self is for self. Forest by its FUBU, baby.
Mike with the perfect analogy. Mike, I'm on the same thing, Mike. I got unity fatigue, man. I know people hate when I say that, but I don't see the point, Mike, in tonight trying to unify with people. Number one, Mike, can we say something? They don't call themselves black a lot of the time. If you are not black, Mike, you call yourself other. And I want you to know the reason why, Mike. We always bring receipts. Whenever you see people do something monumental, Mike, what does that say right there, Mike? Not black doctor. What do they
Haitian
always
doctor.
emphasize? So who is really
The
being divisive?
ethnicity.
Keep cooking, G.
They always, they always, they always make sure that you know that they're not regular black. Haitian doctor, Nigerian astronaut, or French Guyanese. They always put the stipulation of they're not regular black. I'm gonna let you know
Uh,
where I'm from and where I stand before you even finish the statement.
and Mike, I'm just matching your energy. I didn't say you was wrong. I didn't say that you weren't. Now I'm saying we are gatekeeping what is black, Mike. Forget
Hmm.
all that unity talk, all that we the same talk, Mike. I don't want to hear none of that. We done talking, Mike. Only thing I want to talk about, Mike, as I'm gonna share this clip because we saw it earlier, Mike, is that
That
Mike, we gotta talk about this topic, Mike. How do illegals, Mike? Explain that to me fam, before we take off on it, Mike. We got a show. LA, y'all got a problem. We're gonna play it,
that I will be signing in a few
and I want to
minutes
get Mike's honest response. If you didn't know, LA is cutting the check.
is to help the city family, to help the city workforce, to help the city departments and all of the general managers essentially develop preparedness plans that have specific protocols and that help city workers know how to address immigration officials should they approach a city department. How we abide by the law, but we understand what our rights are as city employees, how we can provide protection for immigrants who might be attending a city event or at a city property, but we stay within the law. That we make sure that people that work with city contractors ensure that they are safe on city property. So you might have heard that a few days ago, there were city contractors who were working and ICE rolled up on them and asked for ID and was inappropriate. And so even people that contract with the city, we want them to understand what their rights are. We want each department to have an immigration affairs liaison. And we want each department that if they encounter any federal officials, that they contact the city, especially the mayor's office, right away, so that we can, number one, make account of this, but also make sure that all the city departments and city workers are informed on how to deal with this. We also
Mike, as you are hearing this LA mayor say openly that we're going to provide funding, have new laws change, and figure out how to interact with illegals of this county, but they wanted to go against a reparation study. What is your thoughts on that, family? This
that's
same mayor.
that's crazy to me because why are we making like? And I love my Hispanic brothers and sisters, but when are we gonna make stipulations for blacks? When are we gonna make stipulations for us being shot down in the streets, us being downtrodden, us being run amok, the wool put over our eyes, anything that Martin Luther King said against the blacks, right? For the blacks. When are we gonna make exceptions of laws for those? We making exceptions for laws for the immigrants, and I think that's cool. But at the same time, you had a bill on your table to get money to the people for slavery and the crimes that atrocity had transposed, and I'm pretty sure you said no. But now that we got ICE running up on your people that work in your city and asking them where your documents at, now we got to do something extremely fast. How come there ain't nobody ever doing nothing extremely fast for the black people? And I'm not racist. I'm not a bigot of any kind. I just simply saying black, black, white, gray. That's all I'm
Mike,
saying.
Mike, it's okay when you do it. It's a problem when I do it. I'm gonna ask the
Fuck.
follow up question, Mike. That you kind of you went over, but ain't nobody go deep enough. I think this is good, Mike. You know why? Because when it's time to cut the check, LA County, I don't want to hear nothing, Mike. They got the check, Mike. Funds came up quick. What is the difference? That's it, Mike. You cut the check for one individuals that were aggrieved that have been done wrong. Mike, I'm cool with that. What's wrong with cutting the check for the same individuals who have been in that area longer, who have put in more work, who've earned it more? We don't want to hear nothing about Mike. You don't hear no. You just shown that money can be developed. You can come up with money quickly, and you can make things happen quickly. Me and Mike ain't even mad at it. We're just saying it's okay when you do it. It cannot be a problem when I do it, Mike.
Why can't I just hate to see how quick funds because being black doesn't affect them, right? Black
True.
black black citizens don't affect them, but them their Hispanic workers getting deported on the clock of the city affects them. Their Hispanic workers, construction workers, or anybody in that area that's Hispanic affects them. Being
You
black
gotta
don't affect
also
them.
you gotta
Being
also know it too, Mike. It's easy to pander to one group, but when you know you did wrong to another group and it's a valid statement, ain't nothing that can be said. What I
true.
want to say, Mike, is for all the black people across this country, I want you to watch this. This is an open slap in the face. Guess what? Keep the same energy with all candidates. Keep the same energy when it's voting time, Mike. Keep the same energy next year when Karen Bass come back around and tell you something, Mike. If it ain't cut the check, we ain't responding, Mike. Bottom line. Because even though you trying to make this little side deal, Mike, 45, 47 still in office.
Right.
And he's still gonna overthrow, overtake, and move how he want to move. And there's nothing you could do about it, Mike.
I read an
And the reason
article
why,
that said
go
45,
ahead.
47. I read an article stating that they are bringing in military contractors, secretly putting these determined camps on military bases to be able to deport 500,000 people per month.
Mike,
If y'all not watching what's going on, y'all need to pay close attention to the similarities
man,
of Hitler and Donald Trump. This
Mike,
and
he move how they want to move, Mike. What people don't understand, Mike, is this. This is the first version of him. That energy that he's spitting, Mike, them white folks been feeling like that. Let's stop acting like they ain't been feeling like this, Mike. This is what
but
happens, Mike, when you think you are special. That's what happens.
well, I'm saying this is, we're gonna look at. He's already putting people in camps. He's
Yeah.
already deporting people to other countries without any type of pushback. You could be an American and he is deporting you to Venezuela. I'm just letting y'all know the similarities are extremely scary, and we didn't get to killing Jews in Auschwitz just right away. It was these things that were set up that made the Holocaust what it was, and nobody is paying attention. These are the
Well, Mike,
same similarities.
well, you got to understand, Mike, what do we normally hear, Mike? You guys discuss race too much. Racism ain't real. Mike, come on now.
Right.
None of that stuff affects us. You talk about that. Mike, how many times you been talking about that? You talk about this subject too much. Okay. People have said that to us, Mike. We get comments of it. You guys speak on that subject too much. Okay. Hold your own nuts. We're gonna be quiet, Mike. Let you think that you think it ain't real out here in these streets. They are reinforcing how they truly feel, Mike. And let me put this out there. We are not next. We were first. Let me say it again, Mike. We are not next. We were first. We have been profiled against Jim Crow. We already equipped and well ready of how real life can get out here. Other
One.
people don't understand, think it's real, Mike. They don't think when he's talking about it, he ain't speaking. Me and you understand wholeheartedly, Trump. Mike, these people ain't playing with you. And Mike, speaking of who else ain't playing and knowing it ain't real out here, Mike. I don't know if you saw today, Mike. Akon contract has been canceled. Pay attention, Mike. Remember he was supposed to produce Akon City, Mike?
Mm.
The contract was just denied after his $6 billion contract. And I got a thing to say, Mike. Take a listen.
Talking real greasy about how he do better business than black people, but had a $6 billion contract and got one thing built. I think that's crazy that article came and went, and everybody been hush hush about that. Now I'm not trying to talk bad about the brother, but when people say things, receipts got to be shown. And to hear that you got 6 billion, not saying it was enough to get the city developed, I get it, but touch 6 billion, and that's all you built was that little small building, and y'all do so much better and so much thing. All I'm saying is that when you make a statement, we're going to have that same energy in the completion and the success just as much as the criticism. And
Mike, Akon had a $6 billion contract and barely built a goddamn road, Mike. What's your thoughts on it? And why
Well,
ain't
I did
nobody talking about it, Mike?
because it's Akon. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did research on this. Being that he defaulted on that $6 billion contract, that land that was set up for the city is now owned by China. So he did the people of Africa a big disservice by not handling his business as he should have, because now that he defaulted on that $6 billion loan, which we knew he would have defaulted on when he said he was gonna build a city. Cause Akon, you ain't even that famous, and now you doing all this building and you ain't built shit. And so in the contracts, in the fine print of that contract, stated that if it was to default or the contract was to be breached, that that land would be owned by China. So
Come
now,
on, Mike.
so
Not
and
only
because
did he lose that, he lost the land too, Mike. Why ain't
yes,
nobody talking about this,
and
Mike?
and because they I don't know, but the land didn't even technically belong to him. The land belonged to the country, whatever African country that was allotting the
Senegal.
land. Senegal. Now we got China Senegal, because China was the creditor. And how is China able to be giving out 6 billion like that? Like, that's what we need to look into too. Like, do you know that China is the number one creditor to the United States, and we're the number one debtor to China? So your tax-paying dollars is not going to your country. You wonder why the United States don't look the way other countries do, and technologically sound, and smart cities and things of that nature. Is because the debt to income ratio of the
Crazy,
United
Mike.
States. The United
No,
States is in the hole over $800 billion to China, and it
crazy,
may be
Mike.
trillions at this point in time. So you wonder why the some of the great things in the United States, like the Empire State Building, is not owned American. It's owned by China. Some of the other buildings I've done, I got to do more research, but back to your story. This should be big news. Akon loses this contract. Like, my thing is this: you did a Dr. Umar on us, bro. Like, you could have built more. Bro, you had $6 billion. You mean to tell me you couldn't pull no resources together with $6 billion and get a start? Like, I'm pretty sure that you could have borrowed more money if it was actually something there to show that you was a good steward of the money that they gave you. But $6 billion, like Akon, What did you do with it? Where did it go?
Wholeheartedly agree with you, Mike. I think the biggest thing, Mike, is that when he was talking greasy, Mike, ain't nobody say nothing. And
Right.
just as a reminder to people, Mike, you know, we always come to receipts here. People was you just saying something, Mike. We don't just talk, let's talk. Let's go ahead and show you in real time what Akon said, that he was so much better of a businessman, Mike. He was so much better to get things done, and why Africans tend to do business the way they do, Mike. Let's give a refresher for people that don't remember.
African.
Yeah.
We a little different when it
Yeah,
comes to
yeah,
stage
yeah,
presence.
yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah.
America. Oh yeah, them niggas gonna be wobbling, pants hanging half down, bored as hell, half to sleep because they high as hell on
Right, yeah,
stage.
yeah, yeah.
But Africa, we wake up morning like look at these YouTube clips of all these kids from Uganda and how they be, you
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like these
yeah,
kids are
yeah.
performers. Like
Yeah.
so when for us it comes natural, you know, like to watch the kids from
Mike, it comes natural to scam.
Yes, it does. All the Nigerian
It
scammers
comes
that's
natural
been
not
going
to
to
get no
jail.
money. It comes natural not to be a man of your word, honorable man. Does it come natural to you? You saying business is gonna get done, ain't nobody talking about it? Does it come
Bro, did
natural
you
to avoid
even
interview?
did he even get excavators or anything? Like my question is,
Mike, you gave the
I,
great analogy. With school is almost ready. Umar been talking about this school for 20 years, Mike. We ain't
Marcus
seen a
Garvey.
damn building. And when you hear them talk, Mike, they do talk greasy like that. What do you mean this
Smart.
stuff is done? Akon.
A smart city, bro. That's what that nigga said. A smart city. Bro, we ain't need bro, you could have at least built a red cross on that motherfucker land or something. My nigga.
Mike, scamming is scamming. Mike, can we call it what it is, Mike? Buddy scamming. Ain't nobody
Bro,
want to hear him, Mike, but Buddy scamming.
but what did you do with the money? I need to see what did you try to accomplish anything, bro?
Mike, tell me what they accomplished. All that talk, Mike, you had that loan for 7 years, 6 billion. Show me what you built.
Bro, he could have used a billy a year to like set infrastructure.
Like you said, Mike, what has Akon done, period? Mike, what you said was facts, though. What has he
But
done,
he's not
period?
even he's not even like a top tier artist. He's like a C-level artist. And we giving his ass 3 billion. What about your bit? I mean 6 billion. What about your business partners? What about people like who is involved in this? Cause
You know
cause
what
we
it
need
was?
we need to shame everybody.
It's the culture down there, though, Mike. We got a standard of not letting scamming go. When you get scammed, they don't say nothing. That's why we've been so strong on saying, nah, Mike, we moving different. Nah, we ain't with the just the Mike, we ain't no generic Africans. Nah, we standing on what the hell we saying. Now you want to continue to play that game, play that card like you so different. Y'all can be so different. We ain't mad at you though. Continue to live your life, fam. But don't try to put those titles of subjugation on us. Because you said out your mouth that you so different, Mike. We move so different, we think so different, but you done scammed your country out of 6 billion. Ain't
And
nobody
now
saying, like Mike said, they still in the land now. They own the land now.
they own the land, bro.
Which is crazy, Mike.
That was the
When I,
worst disservice you could have did.
Mike, think about it, you couldn't have done that in your family, Mike. People in your household won't let that slide, Mike. They wouldn't be like, no, Mike, that's cool. You
They
can go ahead and
wouldn't
sell the
have.
grandma's land. That wouldn't have went on like that. Another reason why, Mike, we got to have these conversations. I don't know if you saw the video in Houston, Texas this week, Mike. People are speaking out, Mike. Remember about that subject I said? Why is it mandatory for young Americans to learn Spanish? Pay attention,
Right.
Mike.
Reason for the young lady coming for an appointment, and then you tell her, was you the one?
I'm the one who's hiring. Yes, I'm
Okay,
the hiring manager.
you told her, they told her to come for an appointment.
Mhm.
She made an application online. You told her in here she had to fill out
The
the
paperwork.
paperwork.
Yeah. Mhm.
Then you stated that you wasn't hiring. Then you said, I don't know which one you said. You was hiring. Then you said she had to work every weekend. Let me tell you something. Do you want ICE to come in here?
Okay.
Because you is no. I ain't know you. You are discriminating.
No,
That's
ma'am.
yes you are. Yes
No,
you
ma'am.
are. Look who all in here. Your people. You are discriminating.
No,
Yes
ma'am.
you are. Yes you are.
Let me
Because you
okay,
asked
you
her.
let me explain
Yes,
you?
I can let you.
Okay, all right. So can we step up because you screaming and then
It don't matter how I scream. This my mouth. This my mouth.
no. I just
The reason.
Mike, take off on that subject. What do you think
I
about these
think it.
mind games?
I think it's very inappropriate. But we got restaurants in Virginia, like the Asian restaurants. You don't see nobody black in there. It's all Filipino and Asian. And I think it's kind of cool to look out for your own, but when you own a business or you're operating a business, there are laws in place where you are not able to do that. Um, you're not able to just hire one kind of person, and unless you're the owner, unless you're the owner, and that's the way you want to run that business. But even if you're franchising, I do believe that there are laws and stipulation rules in place for you to not have just one kind of person. But being that Donald Trump is president now and DEI is not a thing anymore, you may see more restaurants or businesses ran where it is just one race or one ethnicity or one cultural group. I don't think it's right. I think if you're presenting yourself that you're hiring somebody, I think that you should give at least an interview and give everybody a chance. However, if that's not what you want and what you are about, I think you're me person because every person deserves the right to work.
I think for me, Mike, which is more scary, is that it's kind of discrimination to say that somebody has to know another language for an entry level position. In my opinion, Mike, that makes zero sense to me. To be a cashier, to work at some of these establishments that are for entry level workers, why are we adding red tape right there? That is a
All right.
discrimination practice, Mike. All you got to do is press a button, listen, and do that. I think that's a very gray area to say it's mandatory to learn something else. So, like I said, even though the mama did come off that way, the mama has a hell of a point, Mike. You can't
Mm-hmm.
say someone is hiring, Mike. Then they put in the application that you say they're not hiring and you don't know. That
Mm-hmm.
is definitely some gray area. And I do believe, Mike, some lawsuits are going to come behind that. It has to.
Mm-hmm.
It has to. And I believe this is a good point, Mike, to make because as we continue to grow, you hear a lot of interesting points, Mike, about this. And I think this is another story about as we gotten older, Mike, in this conversation. Mike, I'm gonna set the stage. Have you ever been the guy that had somebody that said, I used to have black friends? Let's take a listen.
That there was once a time trend is giving I used to have black friends, and now I cannot unsee it because facts. And it's making me laugh because literally I saw the same thing growing up and in high school. There were so many people I went to elementary school with that we were close friends growing up. And when I say close friends, I'm talking about their parents. When their parents couldn't find them, they would call my parents' house and they would be like, oh, yeah, who X, Y, and Z is over there because our house was the fun house. My parents never allowed me to go anywhere. I only spent the night at one person's house ever between the ages of 0 and 18. And it was my mom's friend that she went to school with in Nigeria when they were girls. And that was the only person's house I was ever allowed to spend the night at. And that was only one time, never again. But anyways, there were so many people I grew up with that they would be at our house. We would feed them. They would eat with us. They would go to church with us sometimes because if you spent the night at our house, you were going to church on Sunday. And that was just a non-negotiable. I also used to go to a white garment Nigerian church. So they would I've had several friends come to that white garment church with us too. Like that's how deep it was. But as soon as we got into some of them middle school, but definitely high school, by the time we got into high school, the switch up was very quick. And now looking at this trend, I'm seeing all mom of 3 kids, stay-at-home mom, or they have a career or whatever, and then they flash back to their picture. There was once a time picture. They flash back to it, and it's her in the hood with her, and not even in the hood, but suburbia. Anyways, you see all these black girls around her, and they're bending over, they're throwing up little faux gang signs or whatever. Some of them have cornrows in their hair. That trend we used to do, that style we used to do, the front of your head, you wouldn't have all the way straight backs, but they would stop in the middle of your head. Yeah. And now I can't unsee it. And it's so funny. But why does that happen? Because I thought maybe it was just a millennial thing, but looking at the middle-aged Gen Zs, or not middle-aged Gen Zs, but the Gen Zs, I'm seeing this trend of the Gen Zs doing this in their mid-20s, some of them in their late 20s, and it's still giving very much, I used to have black friends back in the day.
Mike, I guess for me, when I hear this subject before I let you take off on it, it's always the immigrants that always talk about this. I think, Mike,
Mm-hmm.
we knew growing up that it was the difference between us and the white boys. And it wasn't no issue. I know there's a lot of the people that come from non-Black American backgrounds are truly surprised that white people hang around white people as they get older. There was never a question in my mind that I didn't understand that. It's always people from foreign backgrounds that say, I used to hang with them. They are not your friends. They showed you that we hung at one point, but as you mature and grow, they go back to where they've always been. Why are you guys so surprised by that?
I'm not surprised by it at all because usually when you grow up, and I mean, I have white friends, but I do see my white friends assimilate more with their white friends, and I grew up in a whole white neighborhood. It just is what it is. It's working class versus the higher classes. It's just you tend to be around the people that you're thugging it out with in that time period. And it just may happen that these white people are thugging it out with the white people that they in the time period with that we all outgrow each other. Like I used to have a lot of friends from high school. Now I can only count on one hand how many people I still hang out with high school. Same as college. You come out with a bunch of friends and you throughout life what people have to understand, right? And this is a great analogy. We have leaves, we have roots, and we have branches, right? Your core group of friends that are your leaves, they're only in your lifetime for a certain amount of time, and the leaf will blow off a tree, right? Gone. So then you got to understand the core group of branches. Branches are a little bit more stable group of friendships, maybe like your friends from college or friends that you really went through something with. And that core group of friends is a little bit harder to get them to go away because branches are sturdy, branches wither, they grow back strong. So it's a ebb and a flow of a friendship. And ultimately branches do die and fall off, or we prune them off, or we cut them away, and then the branch is no longer there. All right,
Mm.
so that friendship may last 5 to 10 years or even longer, but something happens or the branch just ends up dying. But the root, right? The root is the nutrients of the tree. The root is the stabilization of the tree. The root is the foundation for the tree to grow. Those type of friendships will never wither, never die, never fade. The tree could be 100 completely barren, but the root of the tree is still there. And it's not just I'm answering your question in a roundabout way, but you have to understand the group and classification of these people that are in your life. So yes, the white people may have had a lot of black friends at one point in time in their life, but was that person a root? Was that person a
Mm.
branch? Or was that person a leaf? And it happens to all of us, whether you grew up all black and now you don't talk to all the homies like that no more, or whether you grew up white and had a few black friends. It just depends on the way that your tree is growing and the caliber of friendship that friendship is. So I don't necessarily say like, oh, I had a bunch of black friends growing up and now I only got white friends. It's just the assimilation of friendship and time
I,
and place.
I just don't think, Mike, that culturally we don't have a lack of understanding of that. Like we understand, yo, this is cool for a certain period of time. We don't think, but I'm telling you, Mike, I notice a lot of people that are not of our lineage do not understand that. They are going to go with their friends as they get older in their control group. You trying to over assimilate and be cool, it's gonna be a barrier that shows you how they feel, Mike. I don't know why
Mm,
we're shocked by that, but it's a mostly from not from our background, Mike. Like I said, Mike, I had white homies that I was cool with at one point, Mike. But I understood you ain't coming to my house, I ain't coming to yours, Mike. We ain't hanging out. We cool. But the ones that grew up in certain schools, Mike, they have a hard time understanding that.
mm,
They think we're gonna be friends forever. When no, they show you they not. You know what the real part is, Mike? You try so hard to be their friend, and they show you that you'll never be like them.
mm,
And that's why you meet a lot of, I'm telling you, Mike, and I speak on this specifically as somebody that has a black group now, Mike, in Houston. I can tell the black fellas that grew up in white environments now that they're a little older and they don't have any brothers they cool with because they try to overly assimilate. And now when you're around us culturally and it speak your opinion, speak your mind, talk about our subjects, Mike, and you have no opinion, you come across as awkward. And they don't even understand why, Mike. But I say because you tried your best to assimilate that you end up hurting yourself at the same time. And I like to talk about these philosophies, Mike, because there's also a philosophy brewing right now, Mike. And I hope you sitting down. Mike, 2025, 2026 class of PV released something. Prairie View enrollment in this year is 88 to 1, man to women ratio. To black men that
88
went to
women to
college.
one man?
Mike,
Boy,
let's
that's
keep going.
crazy. It was
To black men
25 to
that went,
1 when we went to Hampton.
Mike, think about this though. To black men that went to college, what encouraged you to enroll in higher education? This question is for black men that went to college. I already know the reason, but why do you think the disconnect now is such a big deal, Mike? You take off on the first, Mike. Why do you think enrollment for black men right now at these universities is so strong?
You said the enrollment is strong for the black man?
I mean,
Or
sorry, for
for,
black women. Why do you think it's so low for fellas, Mike? 88 to
well,
1 in 2025, 2076, Mike. It's crazy.
88 to 1 is crazy. I feel that maybe more people are realizing it like us, Terrell. Like we might not 100% needed it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
As a and I would say it is more beneficial for a black woman to go to college and get her education and thrive than it is for me as a black man to go to college and thrive. I don't necessarily have to go to college and thrive, but it's way more beneficial for a woman to go to college so she can thrive and and be pulled up by her bootstraps and get those jobs and get those paychecks. Because right now, black women are running the world with how the education is ruling, but I don't think the carrot is dangling in front of the black man or any minority race to go to school like it once was. It's not. Uh, it's more so, and if anything, I've said this before. I would rather our young black boys go get a trade. Go get a trade. I am one with 2 degrees, and I just don't feel that either one has served me. The only thing that they have served me for is to be eligible for a management position. I have not used my degree. I have not used my second degree, but I think it the only thing that it has served me well for is to be a management role, be a candidate for management. But I think it serves the black woman and the minority woman a little bit better for them to have a leg up, because if you're not a black woman with the education, it will be extremely hard, and it's just the way that the world is set up. It'll be extremely hard for you to level up, um and do what it is that you need to do.
My take is like yours, Mike, but a little bit different. We have to change our philosophy on school. Stop encouraging all of our girls to go. A lot of them are getting debt, Mike. A lot of them are becoming economically undateable. Mike, just think about this. Let me look up prayer views, average attendance, Mike. Let me Google it while we talking. What do you think it costs to attend Prayer View University, Mike? When you throw something out, throw some numbers out there. You think
I think it's at least $42,000 a semester.
per year, Mike? The total cost of a Prayer View student. You ready? $62,672.27.
So 30 something thousand a semester.
Mike, think about that. For 4 years, before you even figure your life out, Mike, no matter what your degree is in, that degree will cost you almost $220,000 a year. Not trying
It's
to
a
be
lot of
funny,
money,
Mike.
man.
We're telling young girls between the age of 18 and 24, hey, even if you don't know, go to school and get $200,000 in debt, Mike. Do you think if you have a son, Mike, in this term and age, that is even economically dateable for a wife? No.
Nah, nah.
200K, Mike?
Because as a spouse, you take on each other's debt, and I don't think I think we need to do a session on like the business behind getting married, because I don't
Yeah,
think a lot of people realize when you take on a spouse, it's a contract of debt and benefits,
Mike.
and that is you taking on that person's debt as their husband.
And we got to talk about, Mike, that right now, this philosophy of go to college, even though I understand, Mike, it is positive, in this new environment that we in, we need to push the family narrative enough, Mike. Because 2026, Mike, for people that don't know, me and Mike always give it to you that hot news and hot information. Trump is cutting food stamps. Trump is cutting Section 8. They're requiring you pay your
Medicaid.
student loan Medicaid, Mike. They're requiring you to pay your student loan debt back ASAP. Do you realize how many changes are happening in our lifetime, Mike? Seriously. Do you realize the amount of changes that are happening, that are forced to happen? And we're still telling people, go to school like we used to 20 years ago, Mike, and you'll be all right. Mike, we need to stop talking about that. The way we push education, we need to push families. We do, Mike. Because I'm going to say it again, Mike.
Togetherness for sure.
Togetherness, Mike. You tell me, Mike, would you encourage your son to date someone at 23 years old that was $200,000 in debt, Mike?
Mm-mm.
No. We got a problem, Mike.
Because
$62,000 a year,
it,
bro.
bro, realistically, that young lady's not going to be able to climb out that hole with the interest. And now that my son has taken on that debt with her together, that it's going to be it's extremely hard for one person, and I'll say it'll be pretty difficult for two to get out of the debt to income ratio of somebody having a student loan.
Mike,
That's why I
the,
would push for.
keep cooking, dog. Keep cooking.
That's why I would push more for the young ladies and the young gentlemen to go to trade school. It's cheaper. It's a cheaper route, and you will graduate quicker, and you will be able to pay that debt off a little bit quicker than you would a full term college. And people it's statistically proven that people that are graduating with trades are making more income than people that are going the traditional college route, and having to pay off debt.
And the reason why we got to have these family convos, Mike, I can tell a lot of people just don't talk about money, Mike. And I'm going to play a perfect video on how deep it is, Mike, to talk about money with your spouse. Pay attention, Mike.
This is at a 792.
Fellas, we talked
Sorry about that. Hold on one second, Mike.
This is a payday loan at a 573% interest rate.
We did need that advance. We were going on a trip.
Oh, I don't know how to make it to this.
Yeah,
what are you talking about? I'm sweating so much right now.
We were going on a trip to Galveston.
To Galveston? It was to Galveston. To Galveston. Cabo or something. Oh, to Galveston. We went to fucking Mudwater.
Well, we went to Schlitterbahn.
An outdoor water park? A payday.
So, Mike, if you don't know, she took out a payday loan to take a day trip somewhere, Mike, with a 527% interest rate. Mike.
Wait.
A
payday loan?
She took out a payday loan to take a vacation, Mike. The payday loan's interest was 572%.
Bro, if we have to take a payday loan to do anything, we're not going.
Say it again, Mike.
If you have to take a payday loan to do any vacation activity, you do not need to go. Save your money and then take the trip. I'd rather you now. I've to put a trip on Afterpay. Put the trip on Afterpay. Pay per month. That's you having the money and you paying it. But a payday loan is you going up to the payday place. Hey, I don't have the money, and they're gonna give you the money, and then you're gonna get punched in the gut with the interest. 500 and something percent interest is, and they went to Galveston, Texas. Like the man said, we ain't go to Cabo. We ain't go to Santorini, Greece. We went to Galveston, Texas. And if you can't afford to go to Galveston, Texas, then you just need to wait a few months until you can.
I don't understand the fascination with vacations with people, Mike. I don't understand the fascination of getting in debt, Mike, spending money that we don't have. I don't get it.
My father has always told me if you don't have it, you don't need it.
You don't need it, Mike. Father was right, Mike.
You
Why
don't
are we spending?
you don't spend money you don't have. And you
You
definitely
don't,
don't
man.
borrow money to go on a trip.
Can you imagine having that conversation, Mike, with your shorty and you telling her, we got to spend this amount of money? She told you, I took out a payday loan so we can go on a trip. How can you build with that person, Mike?
First
How can
of
I go
all,
with
it's
you?
found out we took a payday loan, the trip is canceled. Get them people their money back right now. Because the quicker you can pay that payday loan off, they're gonna be off our back. So if you took a payday loan for us to take a trip and you told me before you better make sure you tell me after we took the trip so I could be mad. But it's nothing I can really do about it. If you tell me before, trip canceled, we're not going to Galveston, Texas, get them people their money back immediately.
I
Immediately.
wouldn't even, I, I don't even think many people have family planning anything, Mike. Most people just think money is just we spending it. We don't talk about it. We do not talk about 0% of family planning, family development, Mike, home economics, any of that stuff, Mike. It's really a bad deal right now. Like you said, Mike, to tell me that you wanted to go to payday loan to take a trip is like, how are we together? How do I work with you after? How do we have a money conversation, Mike? If you don't understand that, how can I build with you?
And and the payday loan people have been historically predatory.
Yes, that's their job, Mike. Their job is to be predatory. We know that. We understand it. We don't agree with it, but we understand, Mike. But for you not to understand it as an adult, Mike, it's scary.
Bro, and for you to sign a paper and they told you to your face that the interest would be 500%, that's my first, second, and third problem with you. You still proceeded to go through with this after they told you that the payback interest was 500%. 5, 10, 15, 20% is a lot. 500, 500% is absolutely
Disgusting.
detrimental to anything. And you probably only borrowed a little funky $1,000. So 500% on 1,000 is absolutely diabolical.
And you signed it, Mike. I'm gonna say it again, Mike. How could we build together and you sign that and you ain't had no problem signing?
I would immediately divorce you immediately because that was his wife. He said his wife. His wife. First of all, you made a financial decision without me. Second of all, you made a 500% interest. You're done, son. I'm going to the lawyer right now. What is it? Irreconcilable differences.
And no, you're not lying to me. That is actually a grounds today. You can't even bite that, man. Mike cooking up, Mike. You know what else, Mike, is a ground to something? I don't know if you saw $1 million worth of game recently, Mike, but Gilly ain't giving out
This
no
is a payday
game.
loan.
I'm gonna share the video so you can see it, so we get Mike's take on it.
Gilly the Kid basically just showed us that money really does change people. And I'm glad Joey Badass said what he said to you. Sometimes your favorite celebrity not who you really think they are. And somebody got to call them out for it. I'm not saying what happened to your son was a result of your actions, but karma comes in all shapes and sizes. You actually wasn't doing nothing until Wallow got out of jail. That's when the real money started flowing in. Your name wasn't even being mentioned out here. So you actually may be an anchor to his success, just holding on and possibly bringing him down. Why is it always some hating going on with a person from Philly? First, you got Meek Mills and Wale back in 2014. Now y'all got some crooked mayor who rather give herself a promotion than to pay the sanitation workers. And now y'all got Gilly saying he don't want to actually give out $1 million worth of game because he don't want somebody taking food off his table. What? It was rumored that your platform signed a contract with YouTube for $100 million. On top of that, you got all these sponsorships and ads. So please tell me, when will you ever not be able to provide for your family? Like Joey Badass said, that can never be me. Your ego is way too big. And that be the problem with the old heads. They hate to see a younger person get to where they at while taking fewer steps.
Mike, take off on a Gilly made a
First of all,
statement that was very controversial. What's your
first of
thoughts on
all, we gotta understand that Gilly the Kid is a cooner and buffooner. Always has been, always will be. Gilly the Kid was known for nothing but being Lil Wayne's ghostwriter for many, 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 many years. Gilly the Kid hadn't had anything important to say or do for society before he was Lil Wayne's ghostwriter and after. It wasn't until he became relevant, like they said, when Wallow got out of jail and he became and they started doing this podcast. But if you got $100 million and you have all endorsements, you should be the first person giving out $1 million worth of game because it hurts you to not. It does nothing to you but elevate you to give back. Period. It does nothing but elevate your notoriety, elevate you in the community, show that you a man of your word and you stand on principles to give back. You are you made $50 million. If you're splitting everything in half with Wallow, you made $50 million. I think being that you made $50 million and this is the most famous and relevant that you've been outside of being a ghostwriter, you should be the first person giving back always. Because you weren't really shit at all. Let's be for real. This shit saved you. You were not a relevant person in society and nobody really respected you but for anything other than being a ghostwriter. And that was alleged ghostwriter. It's not even proven. All we knew is you were beefing with Cash Money and Lil Wayne. But now that you have this amazing, see, this is the crab in the bucket mentality spread out into society in real time. If me and Terrell, first of all, me and Terrell ain't got $0 right now. We don't have any endorsement deals. We don't have anything, and we will turn around and reach back and pull the other person up. That's because, well, you I don't want people to be surprised about people not doing this shit. It's either in you or it's not. And I never expected them niggas to be the type of people to do anything other than self for self.
I guess for me, Mike, it's the title. What game do y'all give in the mean number for game, Mike? I
Say them.
watched 20 episodes, Mike. Wallow gives out some, but y'all whole premise is fugazi. Y'all don't help nobody. Y'all don't uplift nobody. You are completely self-preservation. Self-preservation has a self life. And right now, we are seeing that shelf life being exposed in real time. Like Mike said, Mike went into your background and history. I'm going to talk about the man currently. Remember, if you knock everybody else down and keep everybody else down so you can stay up, you're going to become enemy number one. It's a reason why y'all ain't as popping as y'all was 5 years ago, man. It's a reason why y'all ain't doing as many things as y'all was a few years ago. The Wallow comment about black business, then Gilly saying, I don't help nobody or give nobody else gain. Everybody's looking at y'all side eye. I'm going to give you a hot take, Mike. Y'all will not be as big as y'all will be in the next 5 years. Y'all will not be as big, influential, or have anything going on. Let's also not forget, Mike, they had a few of the scammers up there. Gilly and Wallow been payola. They've been saying you can come on our platform and say something crazy and we'll endorse you. Credibility shot. Who you are as a man is shot. And you already show you won't help anybody. What $1 million worth of game do y'all give? Who have you helped? Who have you transformed? And will you remain as active?
But my
Last
thing is,
go ahead, Mike, kill it.
my thing is, did you deserve that $100 million endorsement deal?
Mmm. Mmm.
Truly.
Mike going deep.
Because
Mike going deep.
what have you done for society? What have you done in the last 15 to 20 years besides be a underground rapper? Like like why does society care about what you think when you have done nothing?
I don't know if they did anything since they got the deal, Mike. Had they been as had they had anything as groundbreaking? Had they been as hungry? Had they been as going? I
Bro,
don't
they're
know,
not
Mike. I really think
groundbreaking.
they fell off.
To me, they weren't groundbreaking at all. I I just don't have any love for cooning and buffooning for the dollar.
I get it.
I'll be
Mike
broke.
speaking.
I'll be broke forever, and you would never see me coon and buffoon, bro, for some money.
That's just in you, man. It's in you. It ain't on you, Mike. It ain't. And I believe that's a good point, Mike, on our final subject for the night for my dog. It saddens me, Mike, but we know how talented his brother is, but he cannot stay away from getting in trouble, Mike. I don't know if you keen the story, Mike, about Gervonta Davis with another
covering suspects bonding out of jail
I want to play it, hear it, then we get a response from it.
here for several years. I can tell you that this is a first for me because as Davis was walking out of the Turner Guilford Night Center, he had 3 corrections officers surrounding him, not really allowing reporters to get close to him to ask him questions. That said, I did ask those questions as to his allegations. He is accused of striking his ex-girlfriend, the mother of his children. I asked him about those charges. He refused to answer our questions. You are looking at the mugshot of professional and well-known boxer, 30-year-old Gervonta "Tank" Davis. He was arrested by Miami Beach police early this morning on a warrant for his arrest following an alleged incident that happened in June on Father's Day. Struck her in the back of the head. An investigator said he then proceeded to slap her on the right side of the face, resulting in a minor laceration to the inner area of her lip. Police said the victim was treated at Baptist Hospital where officers responded, but Davis was nowhere to be found. This is not the first time Davis had made headlines for his run-ins with the law involving domestic violence. I tried to speak with him back in 2022 as he bonded out of the Broward County Jail for allegedly hitting his ex-girlfriend outside of his Parkland home, causing injuries to her face.
Mike.
Tank. 3-step process. Go to counseling, go to anger management, and leave that girl alone. Your hands are registered weapons. You can no longer, you could never, once you signed up and you was a professional boxer, put your hands on anyone. You know that. Why are we having so many instances, Tank, that you are putting your hands on women? That's because you don't know how to handle yourself as a man. That's because you are messing with women that have masculinity. You are not putting women in soft girl era. If you had a woman in soft girl era, you wouldn't have to worry about the hyper masculinity that she brings to your table that gives you the insecurities to want to slap her, Tank. So the trouble is you because you're not putting these women in position to be soft. That's number one. Number two, you ain't but so big so I can understand why when a woman gets aggressive with you that you feel the need to hit her so that you can feel big. That's a problem within yourself. You need to go seek help. You need to go seek help because striking a woman ain't never been cool. And you are a millionaire. Why are these millionaires doing all this stupid shit? The reason is you elevate somebody that is from the hood, has had nothing and has never had nothing in their life and had nothing but struggles. Then you just dump all this money on them without the proper education, the proper people behind them to continue their money. And when you get rich quick, the first thing you need to do is have a real nigga in your pocket, whether it's a paid real nigga or a real nigga from your camp. Somebody needs to be around you, letting you know it's not okay to keep putting your hands on all these people. Somebody need to be around you to tell you to stop messing with that girl. It's not good for you. Somebody need to be around you to say, no, champ, this is gonna fuck up your legacy. Ain't nobody doing that. When you get money, buy one. If you can't have one of those people organically, buy one of those people. Just have somebody that get paid to tell you no and to tell you the truth. That's what we need to do. Cause I'm so tired of seeing young millionaires doing the stupid shit that they've always done and that they always will do. You have to mature. The money will not mature you. You have to mature with the money.
My boy Mike cooking with napalm, man. To add on to that, man, let me tell all young guys this. If you up and you got money, please don't have kids young. Tank has baby mamas that are not made for him. They probably look good, Mike. They're probably attractive. He's elevating to a certain level. Why are you dating a woman that's going to make you put hands on her? Number one, Mike. If a woman causes you to put hands on her, get away from her. Remember that, Mike. If you could provoke me to strike you, that means you got some things that are not aligned with me. If I have to cuss at you, if I got to constantly yell at you, Mike, you're not my person. Your life is supposed to be peace for your home life. That's what that woman's supposed to bring to you. Peace, harmony, love, tranquility. If she's bringing you fighting, combativeness, and arguingness, cut her off, dog. Now, what the weird thing about it is this, Mike. This is not the first time. This is the second or third time you've gotten into it with this young lady. So she's dangerous. You're dangerous. And y'all are in a house provoking each other. Why is that scary, Tank? You got more to leave. She ain't got nothing to take from you. Fellas, if you don't want to be with the girl, make her leave. Stop arguing with her. Stop threatening Mike. Make her leave. Now your fight is postponed. Now your money's messed with. Excuse me, Mike. Now your legal situation, attorney and fees and all this stuff is messed with. All because you got a woman around you who's dangerous. We don't look at women that way, Mike. But certain women are dangerous, bro. If she can cause violence out of you, she's dangerous. If she can cause you to put your freedom at risk, she is dangerous. Treat her as dangerous and remove it. Do not have a baby by a woman unless you want to marry her. Be careful with your money and your seed. And also, like Mike said, take the classes and what you need. Seriously, man. Because you will have too much on the line to be going through this. And you know what makes it worse, Mike, that I hate? She's on camera. You're on camera looking like a domestic violence abuser. What's her name, Mike? What she look like?
Mm-hmm.
Where's she from? You see all that bad press is on you, Tank? Like Mike said, cut her off and move on, bro. We've all been there. But the thing is, as a man, if a shorty gets you that reaction out of you, fellas, cut her off. Block her. Don't respond back. And don't say anything else, Mike. Your final thoughts on that subject, Maya, about domestic violence among young men and why you really gotta watch it.
For one thing for sure, two things for certain, it's never okay, either woman or man, to put your hand on your spouse.
That
Period.
part. That part.
I don't condone that. If somebody is able to get you out your bag, you need to do two things. Go away and work on yourself. Because sometimes we respond in triggers from trauma. And we need to work on that trauma so that we won't respond to those triggers. I'll say it again. Sometimes we respond because we're triggered from trauma. And in order to not respond to those triggers, we need to work on that trauma. That's going to therapy. That's talking to somebody. That's being real with yourself on the things that you need to work on. It is never okay to put your hands on anybody. And if somebody makes you put your hands on them, then you need to walk away and work on what triggers you to put your hands on people.
Man. Beautiful lesson. My dog Mike killed that. That was fire, man. That was fire. Mike! I know we're too crazy of a lives. We both traveling, getting ourselves arranged, y'all. We apologize. We ain't on for our normal too. But Mike, tell me what you got going on this week, dog. I know my dog got a lot of things cooking
Hey
up.
man, we just getting settled into the new chapter. That's all
Yes.
I'm saying. All we doing is getting settled into the new chapter and redeveloping the chapters that already exist.
Beautiful word, Mike. Tell me what you got going on this week, family. Where can they find you? Where can they talk to you if they need to see my dog Mike in his new career
Hey, look,
path?
man,
All the good stuff.
your boy is in Shreveport, Louisiana, baby.
Oh, you in the boot, as they call it down there, Mike. I don't know if you heard that yet. They call
Yeah.
Louisiana the boot.
So I need to know all food recommendations. And I'm gonna get up here on Sunday and tell you if I liked it or not. Secondly, I
Mm.
need to know where I can get a good drink from. I ain't trying to go to no hood activities. I'm trying to stay away from any violence or any potential things that could get me in the trick bag. I just want to have a good time, enjoy myself, eat good, and report back to y'all that I thought what you said was nice. So you can follow me on where McCall at on IG and find me at Michael Mikey McCall on Facebook. Hit me in the DMs. I'll be in Shreveport for a few weeks. Let me know what's going on.
So Shreveport, Louisiana fan. Let's say it again, Mike. Shreveport, Louisiana fan. Any part of the boot. Mike is in your city. He said check in, tap in, DM, fly in. Mike is in your city. He want to know where he should go. Good nightcap spot, good happy hour spot. My dog will be there for almost 2 months. Tap in with one McCall that, Mike. Mike, anything else you got going this week, fam? Any lasting words for the people?
Nah, man, I'm trying to come see you at the end of the week, brother.
We will, man. Tap in. Mike will be in the H. Mike is in the boot. He'll be coming to Texas. Until next time, Mike. Enjoy your night, fam. Peace.
Hey, bro.
Mike already tapping out this good time on Louisiana, man. Mike is in the boot this week, y'all. So it truly is incredible to see how that thing gonna go. Hey, if you have not known towards and have not seen, enjoy your live on Sunday, y'all. Hopefully you get to enjoy more lessons. Hopefully you get to enjoy more life. And most importantly, hopefully you get to see how new things will be happening. This week, we tapped into the new schedule, new opportunities, all the new things that we'll see going on. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Sorry, we had to push through the live, y'all. Definitely was a little rugged and tired. Coming in from Charlotte, North Carolina. What it do? All the areas saw my family, saw the home. I will be back to my city. Final episode of Best Conversation Podcast will be dropping this week. I'll be showing clips. Make sure to share it to all my social media. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Give me your feedback. Give me your good opportunity for what you think this channel needs to go and other things that we'll see going to you. Hopefully, I got more chopping up this week, man, and we get to go. Make sure you let me know what you see, how things are going, and most importantly, we'll continue to enjoy our style. Until next time, take care of yourself. Love your family. Check on your loved ones. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time. Peace.